So I'm going to start right now. The Earth has a deadline. Unisquare's metronome clock has been reprogrammed. As you might know, now the clock is counting down to something crucial: the time left to decrease carbon emissions before catastrophic effects became irreversible. This includes mass heat waves, raging fires, droughts, and limited water supplies. According to this clock, there is a little more than 7 years. In the past decades, the global economic system has been producing so much social inequality, exploitation of cheap labor, and an incredible amount of waste. Global waste production has doubled over the past 10 years. In 2016, we generated more than 2 billion tons of solid waste, according to the World Bank. In order to protect the environment and public health, last year China implemented a ban on 24 types of scraps, including plastics, previously accepted from countries such as Germany, France, Britain, and the US. Before that time, China processed more than 50% of such waste from all around the globe. But what's the solution here? Like, what can we do as individuals? And what can I do? I was born and I went to school in Valparaiso, a small town in Chile, where I graduated as an architect. In 2010, I moved to New York, where I got my master's degrees in interactive telecommunication at NYU. After I graduated, and before I moved to Shanghai, I worked for 3 years as a hardware developer at Yes Yes No. This is an art collective that specializes in the creation of interactive installations. At this company, I worked in several interactive, commercial, and art projects. This one that you can see in the photo is one called Connecting Light. This was a part of the London 2012 festival, a cultural celebration for the Olympic Games. This project explored opposing ideas of borders and connections through a landscape art installation. Arrays of balloons were distributed among several locations, creating a land-scale communication network, transmitting audience-generated messages that were represented as pulses of colored light. The installation consisted of 400 weather balloons of 2 meters diameter, equipped with LEDs driven by radio devices, illuminating Britain's greatest Roman monument, the Hadrian's Wall. What caught my attention here was the fact that the exhibition lasted for only 3 days. Then we packed and left everything in a storage facility. More than 400 customized electronic boards became electronic waste in a matter of days. When I was a graduate student, I noticed it. But after this, I realized that we generate a huge amount of e-waste, especially when we work in technology. After doing some research, I found that each year, nearly 50 million tons of electronic trash is generated in the world. And a large portion of these materials are considered garbage, when in fact they are not. Nowadays, electronic devices are quickly discarded for something better, nicer, or newer ones, not because their useful lives are over. So trying to find a new use for discarded electronics, I started this project rescuing and transforming cables into an object that can be used in our daily life with a whole new meaning. Later, as an artist in residence at the LES Ecology Center in Brooklyn, I created a collection of necklaces, which more than a product is meant to be a statement. Trash now is a piece of jewelry. I understand that there is a problem here, and my way to do something about it is going against the economic system, creating an idea instead of a product you sell. an open source idea which democratized the making through workshops and tutorials to teach people how to make their own products, encourage them to upcycle their own electronic waste, and empower them to do something about this problem too. I also wanted to make people to reflect on their perception of trash, like what is trash and what is valuable. After I moved to China, I couldn't find so much electronic waste around to continue with my project, but instead I found myself surrounded by plastic trash, and again, I wanted to do something about it. So I started by co-founding Precious Plastic Shanghai, a group with the mission to preserve the environment by creating awareness about plastic waste in China and reduce it through boosting recycling. Working as a faculty member at the Interactive Media Arts program at NYU Shanghai, I found an opportunity to reach out to more people and raise awareness about this trash problem. Schools are the perfect places to spread the word about social issues and educate people about the ways that they can make a difference. So I developed a course at NYU Shanghai called Remade in China. In this class, students work with local communities, investigate how they manage their waste, and explore innovative ways to transform discarded materials or products around us into something new and precious in areas such as art, graphic and industrial design, architecture, fashion, etc. In this class, students also develop a critical understanding of sustainability. They learn how traditional techniques and new technologies, together with a sustainable design philosophy, can be used as powerful tools for addressing social and environmental problems. This course was developed in parallel with a Remaker Space, a project funded by the NYU Green Grants. The Remaker Space is a place where people gather, share knowledge, and collaborate with the purpose of reducing waste. They look into sustainable and innovative solutions to minimize the deterioration of the environment in China. This space provides with the necessary equipment and tools to support courses, workshops, and guest lectures, fostering hands-on learning towards the creation of artifacts made from trash. The three main goals of this Remaker Space project are to create machinery, to design and create artifacts from recycled materials, to provide an educational space where students, faculty, and staff can learn and collaborate on projects, to provide the NYU Shanghai community with concrete examples of upcycled products and invite them to participate in the broader project of waste reduction. This is an example of a product made by using plastic trash. We have used plastic from food containers and plastic utensils collected from events on campus, plastic from water bottles and bottle caps, and plastic trash we produce with our 3D printers. For years, I've been collecting 3D printing failures, and now we can convert them into something new by shredding, heating, and pressing it, using a regular kitchen pan as a mold. We also started experimenting with bioplastic as an alternative material, like this one in the picture. This material is made from used coffee grounds from our second floor cafe and was molded as a cup holder. We are still developing this biolab as a part of the Remaker Space because we also want to explore sustainable solutions as an alternative to replace single-use plastic on our campus. The products we want to produce here are more than just products. They are ideas for people, ideas to empower them to remake. What you are looking here is another open source idea I've shared on the internet and through workshops. This is a tutorial you can download to make your own coin purse using plastic bags and domestic tools. The first time I used this tutorial was in a workshop that I conducted in NYU Abu Dhabi. And after that, I've seen many people using this tutorial in workshops all around the world. Professor Jing Chai from the Chinese department translated the tutorial into Chinese, and Chung Hao Jian, the community engaged learning coordinator at NYU Shanghai, connected me with the Weifang Jiedao. This is a Chinese community of ladies who live next to our campus. We gave them this tutorial and we conducted a workshop where we demonstrated how they can use used plastic bags as a new material. We taught them how to make these coin purses so they can teach other members in their community too. The experience was amazing because we were able to communicate beyond the language barriers. We communicated through making something. And also they are incredible makers and designers. When you think about climate change and environmental problems caused by the trash we produce, it's hard to find a solution we can carry out on our own. And probably we will feel overwhelmed because we have to go through a fundamental shift in our economies and our habits as a society. So again, what can we do as individuals? First, acknowledge. So that's the first thing we need to do. And then learn about the problem and make something about it. For example, vote. If you are able to do so, vote for leaders who are aware of the problem and are willing to change structural changes. Community work and collaboration are crucial here. Individually, we can't change the world, but small steps can be multiplied by millions. So that is where we can win our battle against trash. Thank you so much.